Welcome back, Spirit Ghost Man here. Now that is a new name. I just never noticed Cyberbot is very popular, so I thought I'd change my name to something everyone can find. So enough about that. Moving on to another fanfic. This time, Chapter 5, Transformers Prime. A fan in cartoon crossover universes. Chapter 5. Transformers Prime. Colin hugged all the girls at once from the last chapter. I said goodbye and gave each girl a phone that takes dimensional calls and texts. I ran through the statue portal. I've stopped by Ponyville and said bye every pony. And I opened the portal and went home to sleep. The next day I had breakfast. After breakfast, I opened the portal with my remote. I walked through the portal and ended up at Jasper, Nevada. I met Jack Darby. I said, "Nice to meet you, Jack." And he said, "So, where are you from?" Colin said, "I'm from another world, a dimension traveler, if you will." After we saw a motorcycle and two more cars show up. But they weren't two cars. They were two Decepticons. After we saw... After we saw the motorcycle, the two cars started chasing us. I used Zoom to get out of there. Bling! Pew! Pew! When we stopped, the two cars transformed into two Decepticons. Viacons, if you will. The motorcycle transformed into a bot named RC. It room. Then a yellow and black muscle car showed up and transformed into Bumblebee. After a battle, a green Jeep showed up and transformed into Bulkhead. Who's ready to rumble? The next day, I met Miko I don't know how to pronounce this, so we're just going to leave it at the next day I met Miko. After our talk about where I came from, RC showed up to take Jack and I to the Autobot base. Miko wanted to go as well. Bumblebee took Raph Esquivel to the base. I rode with Jack on RC's motorcycle mode. I used a helmet during the ride. When we got into the base, my omnitrix started beeping, and the symbol on it glowed yellow. The omnitrix said, "Uncatalogued DNA detected." Ratchet said, "What does that mean?" Colin said, "It means there is an alien that is not in the omnitrix nearby." Optimus Prime looked at it. Then a yellow ray beam came out of the omnitrix and scanned Prime's DNA. Then the omnitrix said, "Unknown DNA sample acquired. Scan complete." I became an Autobot. Cybertronian is the actual species, but... After teaching me how to fight and use weapons, Prime and I went to look for vehicles for me to scan. Before we left, Ratchet gave me a checkup. Ratchet said, "You have a multi-cog," which is a T-cog that for multi-changers. I said, "Cool. How many modes can I choose?" Ratchet said, "As many as you want." The possibilities are endless. So Prime and I left for a car shop. When we got there, I found and scanned a Ford pickup truck. Pew! Chup, scan complete. And we drove back to base. Oh, wait. Going back. I transformed into my new truck mode. And then we drove back to base. When Prime and I got back, Bulkhead and Bumblebee were surprised to find me as a pickup truck. I transformed. Everyone was impressed. I timed out from my bot alien form and showed everyone my other powers. Later, Jackson Darby and I went home. Colin met June Darby. I said, "So, you must be Jack's mother. Nice to meet you. And I'm Colin, Jack's new friend." She said, "Nice to meet you. Would you like a place to stay for the night?" I said, "Yes, and thank you." I slept in the guest room. The next day, we went back to the base. Colin said, "What's on the to-do list?" Optimus Prime and I went to the museum for me to scan an Allosaurus skeleton. With my new mode, I took on Breakdown and Knockout. The next day, Jack and I met Arachnid, a spider-like con. She said to me, "You must be the new Autobot. Nice to scrap you." Arachnid said, RC said, "Colin, run." But when Arachnid tried to scrap me alive, she couldn't. She said, "How is this possible?" I said, "One, I'm part ghost, part human. Second, you haven't dealt with a ghost bot, have you?" Then I punched her. Whoosh! Tweet, 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 tweet. Then, 2 weeks later, Colin said to Miss Darby, "I'm from another world." And I said, "Please read this note. It will explain everything." Later that night, Miss Darby was kidnapped by Mech, an evil technology company. RC, Jack, and I had to save her after the battle with Arachnid, after her escape and such. Colin and RC and I went to make sure Jack and June were okay. Agent Fowler said, "Good job, soldier." And I said, "Thank you, Agent Fowler." We went to the base. The next day, I gave June and Darby a ride in my truck mode. A month later, we remade Cybertron. And, since then I've scanned a few new forms like a 18-wheeler truck and a helicopter. But we'll get to those in the next one. Anyway, I went to Cybertron with the bots. I said to the kids, "I'll miss you guys." "Oh, and, Jack, don't make RC hunt you down." "I won't," Jack said. Then we had a group hug, to be continued in Chapter 6. Anyway, that is all. The new name is, Spirit. I'm sorry. Getting too tired of doing these. But I'm still gonna do more. Spirit Ghost Man is my new YouTuber name, and hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Goal is still 100 subs. Bye. Ignore the dog.